So EA have released the 8th King of Rome, and it is going to be a striker evolution, which is going to give them a massive boost as well as some playstyles and much more. They get Cam as a position, playmaker to add to that, +5 on stamina, +6 on reaction, +9 on volleys. Also +9 on vision, +5 on strength, +5 on short passing. Weak foot, but only up to 3, so you can't get any higher than that. Inventive, which is the Travella pass. Long pass, +5. Acceleration, attack position 8 and 6. Sprint speed 7. Skill moves up to 3. And false 9 and finishing. And then, of course, strength again, ball control, passing, stamina, reactions, and long ball. Now, what this does essentially makes a striker or a winger, if you like, turn into a cam. So, for example, for the sake of the conversation, Sturridge here is actually going to unlock the centre mid position. And as you can see there, he can then go ahead and play cam, sorry, not centre mid, which gives him all the additional statistics he needs. That's why it's a passing one. But you want to be careful with this because as you can see there, he's only going to get slight upgrades on certain positions. A weak foot and skill move won't get upgraded either. Look, for example, acceleration, attack position, sprint speed, finishing, and skill moves don't get a boost at all. And the same for the last step as well. So you want to keep that in mind. Now, I know Matthias Cunha was a really popular one with leaks, but if we were to look at this card, +1 on reactions, no stamina upgrade. He already has cam. He then gets +4 passing, short passing, and long passing gets a boost. That's nice. Don't mind that. Weak foot doesn't. He also doesn't get inventive because he already has it. And it is capped at 5 playstyles. So keep that in mind. He does then go ahead and get sprint speed, which I do think the card needs. Good acceleration, position, and finishing. Also really nice. And then the last step, he doesn't get any upgrades again. So please keep that in mind when you're doing a card. I'm not saying it's bad to do these cards, but just make sure you're maximizing these, especially for 20,000 coins, how hard coins are to get. In terms of other players, I do like the looks of Cunha. I think he's a great shout. Trossard's a really interesting one, especially at cam. FC26 is finally here, and if you need those FC points or FC coins, then you need to go over to Eldorado.gg. A little secret here for you guys. Use code NaNNiK. Get that 5% off on all of your orders. The beautiful thing about Eldorado is they have a money-back guarantee, where if you ever do get scammed or you feel like you're about to get scammed, they will guarantee your money back. Look at the Trustpilot reviews, as you can see here. One of the best, if not the best, current market prices as well. Don't forget to use code NaNNiK to get that 5% off, and let's get back into the video. Because if you can give him evolutions or, for example, playstyles down the line, where he has cam, striker, left mid, right mid, or left wing, sorry, left mid. Again, he's got loads of potential for extra playstyles because he's only got 2. Whip pass and inventive pass. If you can give him incisive and tiki-taka, for example, you've got a really, really good cam with 5-star weak foot, and he gets the playmaker role on top. So I do like that, but the same argument with Trossard again. Doesn't get any, well, in terms of boost, you can see here, not very high, so just keep that in mind. But he has got a 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill, so there is a counter argument to that as well. Gibbs-White is also another really nice card because he already is a cam. You can see here, gets a really nice upgrade with the volleys positioning. Strength goes up a lot. The short passing, that's obviously maxed out. But the sprint speed and acceleration goes by +7 and +8 finishing. Yes, he doesn't get any upgrades at the end, but it does help him out massively. And you can see there, it makes him into a much more desirable cam. Do I think the cam would be worth 20k on the market? Probably not. But I do like Gibbs-White a lot. I think he's a really nice shout. In terms of other players, we've just got the typical strikers that you could drop down. I think this is also another one. Because he gets such a high passing boost, you can see there. In terms of volley and stamina, nothing too crazy. But then look, +9 on vision, +4 on short, and 5 on long. Strength goes up. Nothing in terms of that, but +1 finishing. And then again, ball control, strength goes up with the short and long passing again. So he's getting about +9s on both of his passing, dropping him into cam. Now, the only thing I would argue with it, he just doesn't have playstyles in terms of passing. So keep that in mind. But if you are playing the 2 strikers, this is a really nice link-up striker to have, especially at striker with his 3-star. Hopefully, EA give us another evolution down the line at boost that. So it's not a terrible choice to go for that card either. Mateta is very similar. 5-star weak foot on this Mateta, and I think people will underrate this card a lot. Wouldn't play him as a cam, but 5 stamina plus, which is massive. Then, of course, he does get the short passing and long passing that he will definitely need. And then you have acceleration, sprint speed, which is a massive boost. Bear in mind, he goes from 75 pace all the way up to 80. And then he gets another stamina and a short passing again, giving him 80, 84. And also, remember, he is lengthy, which is very, very good this year. With the playstyles of low driven, Travella, and inventive passing, with the broken enforcer playstyle, and he has room for an extra playstyle for future evolutions. I do think Mateta is actually a really nice one to go for. Now, in terms of other players here, Aubameyang, I probably wouldn't bother too much because he's just not going to get crazy boosts here and there. Yes, the passing goes up, but he doesn't get any of the finishing stuff, really, and he won't get any of the pace. So keep that in mind. Doesn't get a weak foot skill move upgrade, obviously, but if you run on a pass the present Arsenal team, not a terrible shout. Jackson is also a very interesting one. He goes from having 77 shooting and 69 pass all the way up to 75 pass and 80 shooting. And you can see there, he does get relatively nice boosts across the field. Just a weak foot and skill moves, again, doesn't get upgraded because EA know what they're doing with that. But again, really nice choice to go for with him. Then we go a little bit further down, and I know Suarez is going to be one that people talk about. Now, Suarez is an interesting one. If you've got the Messi card and the Paul, and one of them has got the cornerstones chemistry that we covered, you're going to have a nice card here that's going to boost up. Yes, his pace is still really low. I understand that. But dropping him into Cam, mixing around between Messi and, of course, the Paul, you've got quite a nice little link-up triangle going on here. And he's got more room for further evolutions because of the overall rating and the playstyles on top. Now, if we were to go a little bit further down again, we will see the likes of other players like Solanke. I don't mind. We've got a couple Team of the Weeks that could fit in if you wanted to go down that route. We've got this French striker here, which I think is also a nice option, making him into 83 pace, 84 finishing. 3-star, lengthy, 6'4", bear in mind. Nice stats overall. And again, room for more playstyles along the road. And he gets the roles as well in terms of playmaker as a centre mid, or cam, sorry. That's the way you want to play. I don't want to keep saying centre mid, it's a cam, where you can play him, which is, again, not too bad. And then we are heading down into the dark depths of the commons, where there are probably going to be some pretty nice cards that you could go for. The Colamundo from Forest, boosting him up more. 83 rated with 83 pace, 82 shooting. 3-star. Relatively good stats with 86 shooting there, or finishing overall. Only 2 playstyles, low driven being one, which is really nice. And again, the rolls there. So not terrible choices. We are going to have a look on foot.gg as well. And let me know in the comment section down below who you are going to do in case I've missed anyone. So we are on foot.gg, and you can see there Muller Team of the Week, Trejo, which I think is the objective card that's just come out, which is interesting. And then Surridge is the popular ones. We have a look at trending. There isn't any available just yet. But let's have a look at this Trejo, right? He is from the objective. You could add whip pass to him as well. Gives him a really high pace boost. This is actually a really nice card with striker, centre mid, cam. In terms of playstyles, he's got Tiki Taka. He's got Enforcer, Game Changer, and Inventive, and Whip Pass Plus because of the extra additional one. Not terrible for a free card. Now, if we go back and have a look at some of the other players that are trending. Simeone was obviously on the screen. There's Aubameyang. Goes up to 86 pace that he had already, I believe. Black Steinhurst isn't bad. Igor Thiago is an interesting one as well, the Team of the Week. Morata's also not too bad. There's Mateta that we spoke about. Mikel Moreno's also interested. Not sure if I like that or not. There's Cunha as well. There are some really nice choices. Or Zabal, if you haven't got that card. There's Trossard that we spoke about. There's Vissa we spoke about. There's also Gibbs-White. So I do feel like we've covered most of the decent ones. Jabon, because he's got an SPC, I didn't mention. Jackson we spoke about as well. So let me know in the comment section down below who you're going to do. And now catch you in the next video.